being accompanied by two other companions. One is Aristarchus and the author of Acts. His name is Luke, along with some other prisoners. Hallelujah. Now I want you to know, as I studied chapter 27, and I went to the 27th verse, as I was studying, one word jumped out at me, and that word was midnight. It jumped out. I don't know about you, but it just seems like things always happen at midnight. But I want to let you know, I asked God, what is it about midnight? And it was revealed to me that midnight is a time of vulnerability because of the transition, that crossover from one day to another. I also learned that at midnight, that is the darkest hour of the day. Have you had some midnights in your life? I've had some midnights in my life where everything just appeared to be dark. I couldn't find any light. Nowhere. I tried to find some light, but there was no light nowhere. I even tried to throw in the towel a few times. But you know what? I thought God would throw it back. So I didn't throw it. Jesus. Woo. Here we have 276 men traveling on a huge grain ship. And during my study, I found out that the grain ship is very enormous in size, and the carrying capacity is 2,600 tons. So there was enough weight on that grain ship. Now, in the midst, there is a high mast, usually of cedar wood, and near the prow was a small one for hoisting, which is lifting up a small sail. Also, there were two large oars that were used for steering. But on the deck, on this ship, was a wooden hut. That wooden hut was for the helmsman. The helmsman is the one who's in the front steering the ship. But not only was that hut used for the helmsman, I understand it was also used as a temple of worship containing an idol. Somebody say there was idolatry on that ship. Hallelujah. So as I studied, I looked at verse 25 and I said, now, I believe that's why the Apostle Paul made his profession of faith, because there was something going on that ship. He said in verse 25, therefore take heart, men, for I believe God. I believe God that it will be just as what? As it was told me. That's faith, y'all. Hebrews 11:1. He was walking by faith. Faith. Faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things I can't see. Paul, the Apostle Paul, he couldn't see it, but he knew God was working behind the scenes. And that's exactly what he does for you, and he does for me. Hallelujah. Okay. You're saying, all right, preacher. What you talking about? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. My point. God has a GPS system, y'all. I know you're probably saying a GPS system. Well, Psalm 139:17 told me, hallelujah, where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you're there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost, let me tell you about that uttermost. The uttermost is the farthest you can go, and you reach your limit. So if I get and I reach my limit, I can't go nowhere. He's there. He's there. He dwells there. He dwells in the parts of the sea, even where your hand shall lead me. Now this is King David talking, y'all. And your right hand, David said, shall hold me. King David even said the darkness and the light are both alike to you. That means it don't matter how dark it is, God can see you. He can see me. Hallelujah. Woo! You know, I want you to know, Hebrews 13 and 5a said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. That's a promise, y'all. That's that GPS system. I want you also to know that God is something